Good morning, everybody. Steve and I are out in the Uintas for another hike and fishing adventure today. We're at the Bald Mountain Trailhead, and we're going to be going downhill to start to Clegg Lake, and then there's a few more lakes, including Bench Lake. The elevation right here is 10,780 feet, and we're probably going to lose 500 to 600 feet of elevation. So on the way back, we're going to be climbing up, and it's around 7:45. And what temperature do you think it is, Steve?
60.
Yeah, it's probably 60 degrees, so I have my vest on. We're going to be starting in the shade. There's quite a bit of mosquitoes out. We sprayed our clothes last night, and we've put on some more Picard and lotion this morning, so we're hoping to avoid the mosquitoes. So we're ready to get started. It's a busy trailhead this morning. Some people were just coming off the Bald Mountain Trail. They said they started around 3:30 and got up there for the sunrise. Another group's just heading out. But we're going to be going. We'll come back and do that probably after the weekend. But today we're going fishing. We'll take a look at the map of where we are. We're here at the Bald Mountain Trailhead, and we're going to go on this trail here towards Clegg Lake, and hopefully down to Notch Lake, Bench Lake. Right here is Wall Lake and the Notch. We did that 2 days ago. Had a great time. The trail we're going to be hiking is called the Notch Mountain Trail on my Gaia GPS. Let's see, here's the sign. We hiked this trail just out to Clegg Lake last year. We didn't do any fishing. Yeah, here we go. So far the mosquitoes haven't been too bad. Now that we got away from the parking lot, we're going to be keeping our eyes out for big animals today. We've already seen 2 deer. That was closer to our campground. And we're going to be looking for mountain goats, and then the usual small animals, including marmots. Last year when we did this, we saw a couple marmots in the rocks up there. So Steve's really good at spotting wildlife. And what we also try and do is stop once in a while and listen and see if we hear anything. Yeah, the tree line here in the Uintas is around 10,000 to 11,000. So we have some trees that are quite spread out. Not too tall. Here's some tall bluebells. We're seeing paintbrush, marsh marigold, bugs. filming. Coming up to a little lake on the left, and then next will be Clegg Lake on the right.
Does it actually have a name, the puddle?
This one, I don't have a name on my map. We're moving on down the trail now. Steve didn't have any success at this lake, and he didn't see any fish turning. Plus, he saw a salamander, which is probably bad news for the fish. We're moving along here, and the bugs aren't too bad. Back there at the lake, we reapplied some bug spray, and they were swarming me, but not biting, so that was good, and had to keep my mouth closed. What about you, Steve? How'd you do with the bugs?
Oh, there were lots of bugs. I didn't get any bites, but there were lots of bugs.
Yeah. What do you think? Mosquitoes, flies, everything?
I think everything.
Yeah. It's kind of interesting. How, I guess around the lakes or what?
Yeah, around the lakes.
So we're still going downhill, enjoying it, but knowing on the way back when we're a little bit more tired and it's more hot, we'll have to be going up. We're just passing Dean Lake, which isn't very deep and it's off the trail. And we're on our way now to Notch Lake, and there should be some good fishing opportunities there. And now we're at Notch Lake. We're gonna go off left. I believe we're looking at Notch Mountain.
That's way low.
The lake?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. The water level is really low. Interesting. Interesting to see how low the lake is. We're leaving this lake and heading on to the next one. That's called Bench Lake. And I think it's probably just 10 minutes down the way here. We kind of bushwhacked out to the middle of the lake because it's so low right now. Rock hopped to stay out of the gooey mud. And so now we're having to find our way back to the trail. Just going this way a little bit. Kind of a social trail here. We're going to pass 2 small ponds and then get to the lake. Say that again? Yeah, looks pretty murky. Don't see any inflow. We're gonna have lunch. If we see any fish turning, then Steve's gonna fish a little bit, and I might too. Bench Lake. Do you see any fish turning? Nope, but there's the sign. We've had a nice break at Bench Lake. We didn't see any fish turning, so Steve didn't try fishing at all. But it's a beautiful lake, very peaceful and quiet. Great place for lunch and relaxation. Now we're gonna make the trek back. I don't know if I said, we've come in 3.3 miles so far. So it's an out and back, so that's what we expect to go back. But going uphill, probably gonna take a couple hours. We're back to Steve's favorite fishing spot. So beautiful. I don't know if we said, but the fish that he caught here was a grayling. Oh wow, he's nice. Another grayling?
Yep.
Back at Clegg Lake, later in the day. It's around 1 o'clock. We're getting closer to the trailhead. Different view of Bald Mountain now with the sun on it. We're enjoying having some cloud cover right now. We're still warm going uphill, but it's not too hot, so we're not really overheating. Super rocky right here. We're back to the trailhead. We found a picnic bench to sit down and catch our breath. We're doing pretty good. We just hot and a little bit winded from coming up. How are you feeling, Steve?
Pretty good.
All right. Well, time for a cold drink. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time. Where? Oh, llamas. Oh.
That's the way to do it.
Oh yeah.
Oh, beautiful. What are their names?
This is Tarion, and this one is Ragnar.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah.
Where are you guys headed?
3-day backpacking trip.
Oh, have a great time.
Yeah.
That way.
Okay.
Up the mountain.
Falls Mountain.
We'll have fun.
We're doing the knots.